up, everyone, and welcome everyone back to another news video. And today is not a news video. We are doing a power rankings video. We're looking at ESPN's power rankings here today. And so far, I kind of agree with the first one already. Of course, I kind of agree with this one. But before we start this video, make sure to go subscribe to my reaction channel because I just posted a video today on my reaction channel, and it is about the Silver Slugger winners of 2023. So go watch it if you guys want to know who won the Silver Slugger, or you can just watch the MLB video that I reacted to. But go subscribe to that and make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. But now let's get right into this video. Like I said, I already liked this first one. Oakland Athletics, 30th in the MLB. It was just a very good decision because, of course, look at their record this year: 48 and 110. 48 and 110. I mean, Oakland just had a terrible year. John Fisher just does not want to. John Fisher is just making the Oakland A's a joke. He's just making the team just sell the team. Like, if you're not gonna help the team, just sell it. If you're not gonna help it, sell it. That's literally how it goes. I mean, last year they were ranked 30th as well, as you can see. And yeah, it's just sad in Oakland. They're moving to Las Vegas soon here in a couple years. but yeah. Let's go into the 29th ranked. And the 29th is the Kansas City Royals. I also agree with this one. Kansas City, they had such high potential this year. They had such high potential. But they just fell off. Of course, their record 54 and 103. Of course, a little bit better than the Oakland Athletics, but not that much. But Kansas City and Bobby Witt, he's probably gonna break out. He's probably gonna have like another MVP type season again, like he did this year. And of course, last year they were also ranked at 29th last year. And yeah, it's just sad down there in Kansas City. Oakland and Kansas City, it's just both sad down there in Kansas City and Oakland. Colorado, same here. I mean, they're also just not that good of a team. They're never going to be good. The pitchers there suck because of the high elevation there in Colorado. I mean, Colorado just has very, very, very high elevations, and that's just not good. That's not a pitcher's ballpark. That's a hitter's ballpark. So yeah. They were also ranked 28th last year. Chicago, I agree with this one. Even though I feel like they should not be in the top 27. I feel like they should. I don't think they deserve to be like a. Yes, they did have a better record than the A's and stuff, but they had a terrible season. Dylan Cease had a terrible season. I mean, they're losing Mike Clevenger. They're losing Mike Clevenger. They are one of the worst teams. Their security system sucks in the ballpark. I mean, if you guys, a couple months ago, if you guys heard about the Chicago fan that brought a gun to the stadium, and then, yeah. I mean, geez. For Chicago, there's Luis Robert. He's just really the only good person on this team. I mean, he's just really the only good person. Nationals, yeah, they had a good year this year, and I think that they're going to have an even better year this year. I think they're going to have a good record this year because their prospect, whatever it's called, but that's stacked. Their prospects are stacked in the minor leagues down there. They have Cruz, they have that Cruz guy, I forget his first name. And they have a lot of good other pitchers, good fielders, good outfielders there. I mean, they just got to call those guys up, and I think Washington Nationals can be can be back to their World Series winning form after they won the World Series in 2020. I mean 2021. Oh my gosh, 2019. So I think they can actually get back to the World Series form if they call up those prospects. St. Louis, yeah, they just had a terrible year last year. I mean, they had a terrible year. Last place finish. Wilson Contreras absolutely did nothing for them. Adam Wainwright, he just terrible way to end off his career. I mean, that team this year wow. I really that team this year. Angels, yeah. Now they're losing Shohei Ohtani, and they're open for trading for Mike Trout. I mean, the Angels, they've just not really just been the same ever since 2014 when they made it. I mean, they just have not been the same. They really suck, really bad. Well, they don't suck like Oakland Athletics suck, but they're just bad. Yeah, they're bad. They finish below 500 every year. But here's the thing: this would be the funniest thing if this happens. What if they trade Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani signs with a different team? And then what if they have a good season? That would just be the weirdest thing ever. They go from the worst team, well, not one of the worst, but they go from having Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout, which was bad, and to not having them, and then all of a sudden they're good. I mean, that would be funny if that does happen. Pittsburgh, yeah, they did have a good start at the beginning of the season. They did have a good start. They were in first place for a while, for the first month of the season, till they just fell off to a 74-84 record. But they ranked them as the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Los Angeles Angels flip-flopped. Look, previous ranking 23rd. Previous rank, oh, didn't let me do that. Previous ranking 24th. They flip-flopped. But yeah, Pittsburgh, that was just very sad when O'Neal Cruz right here went down with the injury. That was just sad when he did that, when he went down with the injury. And Pittsburgh Pirates I was devastated when he went down with that injury because I was hyped for him. I was excited for him to win that Rookie of the Year. New York Mets, yeah, they had a terrible season. And they were ranked 22nd last year. I mean, 22nd. Of course, they finished in second to last place. Yeah, second to last place. Edwin Diaz, after losing him because of the WBC, injured him. They were not really that good. I mean, I think he's coming back this year, though. I think he is. He should be. He should be coming back this year. Hopefully, they turn him around. But of course, they lost some of their big players. Of course, they're probably going to lose some of their big players and stuff like that, but I don't know. Hopefully they get better. Detroit, I don't really agree with this. I think Detroit and the Pirates should switch. I think Detroit and the Pirates should switch because I don't think that they really did that good this year. I mean, Detroit, they were ranked 21st last year. Don't really agree with that. But, we'll miss you, Miggy. Has retired, we will miss you. And, that team, I don't know. No one's going to fix it. Absolutely no one's going to fix it. The owner, not going to fix it. There's no way that anyone's going to be able to fix that team. Literally. I mean, if you find out a way to fix the Detroit Tigers, good job. And here's the thing, Javier Baez, their shortstop, just opted out of his contract. Again, if you guys watched my prediction video when he opted out, well, no, that wasn't my prediction video. That was my, I don't know. I think it was one of my news videos. But when I talked about him opting out, he should have. If he just leaves the Detroit Tigers, that's just a bad idea. Cause he's not good. He's not good. I'll give him this. He is a good fielder sometimes, but he just does not have a good eye at the plate. Swings at anything. Swings at anything from 2 feet above his head to not even to. He can probably. No, I bet you a pitcher can like drill a baseball into the mound and he'll still swing at it. like the ball would just like slip out of his hands, and he would throw it into the crowd on accident, and Javier Baez would probably still swing. That's literally how bad he is. I mean, yeah, Cleveland Guardians, they did not have a good year either this year. I mean, of course, they were. I thought they were gonna have an amazing year this year, but that was just nope. Of course, they just lost Terry Francona, their manager. Of course, they just lost him because he gets retired, of course. And if you guys watch one of my reaction videos, Stephen Vogt is their now manager, which is going to be pretty interesting. So I love to see Cleveland with their new manager, Stephen Vogt, Boston. Yeah, they just have not been the same in 2 years. For 2 years, they have not been the same. 2021, they made it to the playoffs. Good job. 2022, finished in last place. 2023, finished in second last place. I mean, they were ranked 18th last year. And that means they were San Francisco Giants. Giants are ranked 18th. Okay, I agree with that. But I think San Francisco is actually going to have a pretty good year this year. I feel like that they are. I mean, if they just have good pitching, if their pitching does well, if their hitting does well, they will just become a good team. Padres, they just had a bad year this year. They were ranked 19th last year. And who's at 19? Boston. I mean, San Diego would just had a terrible year this year. I mean, San Diego, not really the greatest year this year, of course, from them. I mean, they just not really the best season for them. Well, definitely not the best season for them, because they just had a terrible season, of course. Yankees, yeah, they also finished in dead last in the AL East, which is horrendous for the New York Yankees. Now, since we're getting into like the Yankees and stuff, I wonder where the Blue Jays are ranked. I don't even know where the Blue Jays are ranked at. Last year we were actually ranked at number 1, but this is about the Yankees. But the Yankees, they were just a terrible team this year. Carlos Rodon just did not live up to his contract, and if this happens again, I mean, the Yankees, they're just gonna be like, if this happens again this year, people are just gonna be like, yeah, Yankees are good, to yeah, Yankees are bad. I mean, like, yeah. Cincinnati Reds, I kind of agree with that. Cincinnati, of course, ever since they called up Ellie De La Cruz, they have been amazing. I mean, Ellie De La Cruz had a great year. I'm predicting that he wins the Rookie of the Year this year, once the season rolls around. And Cincinnati Reds, I think that they might make the playoffs. I kind of feel that they might make the playoffs. Marlins, they made the playoffs this year, of course, lost in the wild card round. But I feel like the Marlins, they're definitely not gonna make the playoffs this year. I'm gonna guess that. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs this year. I mean, they're losing Jorge Soler. They're losing Jorge Soler without a doubt. I mean, Jorge Soler, he's a good power hitter. So he was mostly the guy who carried the Miami Marlins to the playoffs. Yeah, the Cubs. Yeah, I think they're probably going to be a little bit of a good team if Cody Bellinger signs back. Yeah, they're going to be good. But if Cody Bellinger does not sign back, I feel like they're going to have a little bit of struggle, but not that much, because of course they still have Dansby Swanson and other good people like that. But I think that they do have good potential. They did not make the playoffs this year. I wish they did, though, because I would have loved to see Chicago in the playoffs. I would have loved to see Chicago win the World Series again. 2016, when they won, that was crazy. When they won in 2016, because, of course, the curse of the Billy Goat. Right? I think it was the curse. Yeah, curse of the Billy Goat or something like that. And was that Boston? I think it was Chicago. I don't really know about that. It was on Diamondbacks. Yes, they were an amazing team this year. Made the playoffs, made it to the World Series, lost it in the World Series, but I'm hoping that they have another good year this year. I'm hoping that they make the playoffs. Like, instead of just making the wild card round, I hope they make it to the divisional. I hope they get a first round bye. Hopefully they make it to the divisional round. And I just really want them to go on a run like they did this year in the World Series when they made it to the World Series, but of course lost it to the Texas Rangers. Mariners, they had a bad year this year. They just had a bad year this year. Well, not like bad, but like they just. I thought they were gonna make the playoffs, but they didn't. And Mariners, I feel they're gonna have a good year this year. I mean, of course they kind of lost, like Robbie Ray, this guy right here, who my mouse is on. He got injured mid-season, so he was out for the whole season. I mean, and then Chris Flexen, he had a bad year this year. I'm pretty sure that was the guy who they traded to Colorado. I'm pretty sure that was him. And now they're just I don't know about Seattle this year. I don't know. They're like a 50-50 to see if they're Minnesota. I'm just gonna say that they're gonna make the playoffs. I mean, like Minnesota, they're just a good team. They were an amazing team this year. I mean, like they were just a good team this year. Made it to the playoffs. Of course, they won against my Blue Jays, but we're just not going to talk about that. Of course, they lost in the divisional series, but I hope that they have another good year. Hopefully, they make the playoffs again, but not against my Blue Jays because that was just miserable. And yeah, hopefully they go on to run past the divisional series. Now the Astros, they're gonna have a good season. Now they can actually kind of drop back, cause look, they're ranked 9th, but last year they were ranked 5th. So I guess they really dropped back after they won the championship, after they lost the championship series. So they took a pretty big drop back after they lost the championship series. So they are ranked at number 9. So, wonder how Jose Altuve, wonder how Justin Verlander is going to do this year. And, yeah. There he is. The Toronto Blue Jays. Never mind. I thought they were ranked number 1, but maybe they're ranked number 8. But yes, the Blue Jays are ranked number 8. Kevin Gausman had a Cy Young season. Kevin Kiermaier won the Gold Glove. Alejandro Kirk won the Gold Glove. Matt Chapman won the Gold Glove. Did anyone else on our team win the Gold Glove? I think that, Jose Barrios, he also won the Gold Glove. 5 people on the Blue Jays won the Gold Glove. So, hopefully, that tells us that we have a good defense. We just need to warm up our offense. We just need a new hitting coach. The Toronto Blue Jays need a new hitting coach. So, and if we get a new hitting coach, I bet you our offense would be a lot better. But I don't know. It's all John Snyder's decision. Milwaukee Brewers ranked at 7th. So they, of course, made it to the wild card round. But they lost in the wild card round by, of course, the Arizona Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks had a good year this year. Milwaukee had a good year this year, but just did not get past the wild card round. And yeah, Mark Cannon, who just got traded to the Detroit Tigers, though, and Milwaukee Brewers just announced that they're open to trade for anyone on their team, so that's just gonna be sad. Philadelphia Phillies, of course, they made it to the championship series, but they just didn't. They just lost in the championship series, of course, by the Arizona Diamondbacks. I bet you Philadelphia. I'm gonna predict that Philadelphia. Next year is Philadelphia's year. Next year is Philadelphia's year. Philadelphia fans in the playoffs are crazy. And I'm just excited because Philadelphia deserves a world championship. I mean, if that crowd goes that crazy in the playoffs, that crowd deserves a world championship. If there's any Phillies watching this right now, I'm not a Phillies fan, but if there's any Phillies watching this, go Phillies, because I kind of want you guys to win the World Series. Of course, go Blue Jays as well, but I want you guys to win the World Series in 2024, so I hope you guys win this World Series in 2024. You guys deserve it. You guys deserve that World Series. Rangers, of course, they won the World Series this year. They got a big jump. They were ranked 9th last year, but this year they're ranked 5th. Because, of course, they won the World Series, of course, and that after they won the World Series and they made it that far into the playoffs, they went from 9th to 5th, and they just have a really good team. Marcus Semien had an MVP year. Corey Seager had an MVP year. Jordan Montgomery, after they brought him in, he had a good time. Willis Chapman, he was good. A lot of them had a good year. Same for the Rays. They also had a good year this year. But, of course, the A's are just so disappointing because back-to-back years they lost in the playoffs. Back-to-back years they lost in the wild card round. Last year they lost to the Guardians. This year they lost to the Rangers. Tampa, if you go 13-0, I know baseball and football are completely different, but let's just say that this is football. If let's just say the Tampa Bay Rays were in football, if they were 13-0 in football, they were literally predicted to win the Super Bowl. But since this is baseball, if you go 13-0, that doesn't matter. You can literally lose. Like they lost 62 games this year, even though after going 13-0. I mean, if you go 13-0 in baseball, it doesn't matter. You can just lose the rest. The rest of the season, you can just lose the rest of the games. And Tampa, they just got to turn it around down there. The playoffs, they just got to turn it around down there. Los Angeles Dodgers, it was just embarrassing for them in the postseason. But they got swept by the Arizona Diamondbacks, of course. Diamondbacks, they just went on a tear in the postseason this year. Dodgers, they got swept. Clayton Kershaw, of course, he's not the best at playoffs. His ERA is really bad in the playoffs, and I bet you if he makes the playoffs again, he's not gonna have a good time there again, because his whole entire career he has not had a good playoff game. His whole entire career he has not had a good playoff career. So I hope that the Dodgers make it past the divisional round. I hope it's Philly and Los Angeles in the divisional round next year, and Philadelphia moves on, of course. But yeah, number 2 is the Orioles. Yep, I agree with this one. They were ranked number 2 last year as well. Huh? Did not know that. Did not know that they were ranked number 2 last year as well. But yeah, Gunnar Henderson won the Rookie of the Year. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. Of course, he won the Rookie of the Year. Felix Bautista, he had a great year. Adley Rutschman, he won the Silver Slugger. I mean, Baltimore, they're just getting ready to win the World Series. I'm not saying that. Maybe give them 2027. Maybe give them 2027, and then just wait. Wait until 2020. I bet you 2027 is going to be Baltimore's year. Baltimore in 2027. I bet you that's going to be their year. And yeah, and you guys all know who's number 1. The Atlanta Braves. Atlanta Braves, one of the best teams in baseball. And they'll get ready to have a good year this year. I'm not saying they're going to win the World Series. I want Philadelphia to win the World Series, of course. But Atlanta, they just had a bad playoff. Of course, they lost to the divisional to the Phillies. But Braves, the Braves are going to make it deeper. It's going to be Philly instead of the Philly and Atlanta and the DS. I kind of hope it's either the Dodgers and the Phillies or the the Braves and the Phillies and the CS. Cause the Braves, they probably just deserve better this year. I mean, if they had that good of a team this year, if they were if they had that good of a season, they probably deserve a playoff spot, like ALCS type playoff spot. And yeah, most of those I agree with. Some of them I don't agree with. But comment down below the ones that you agree with, and comment down below the things that you don't agree with. But if you all enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And make sure to go subscribe to my new channel, my second channel, my G Baseball Reacts channel. Search up G Baseball Reacts. You might have to scroll for a little bit, but the icon is a baseball. It's a baseball. That's the icon. It says G Baseball Reacts. But of course, guys, I do not post tomorrow. I don't post on Sundays, but I will see you all on Monday. Bye.